it's Steph with Stefsonabudget. Welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be doing a budget with me for our paycheck of May 3rd, which I hope I get it up by May 3rd. I'm really cutting it close. I'm filming this late, of course, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in. So we're going to set up the May 3rd budget, and then we'll do a quick variable expenses cash stuffing as well. So I got the month finally all decorated, and we are going to be paying the bills that are highlighted in this pink color. Again, there's going to be a few extras in there, guys, on accounts that are like already paid off, but they're still open, so they stay on the monthly spread. If you're new here, I use the Budget Mom printable workbook, and I use the highlighter method that the Budget Mom teaches. That is how I set up our bi-weekly budget. So that's kind of the setup you're looking at here. So let's go ahead and flip on over to the paycheck budget tracker, and we'll jump on in and set it up. So I'm a little bit late. I mean, I've had it set up, but again, you guys, my budget's pretty static. It hasn't changed for a good while, which is good. And so I generally kind of have a feel for how the budget needs to go. Again, I'm getting this up late, so there were some bills that were due today that I needed to take care of so that they weren't late. But let's go ahead and jump on in. All right, friends, so the first thing we're gonna start with is our income. And normally, I'm gonna just shift a little bit. Normally I would budget our lowest, but since it's already payday, we know what we got. So our pay one, I usually budget $2,800, and it came in at $29.42 and 46 cents. And then our pay two, I usually budget $1,700 because there are a few times throughout the year where it might be that low, though generally it's a little bit higher, but I always like to budget for like worst case scenario. But this pay came in at $22.85 and 58 cents. My husband and I both work in healthcare. We both work full time. So 40 hours plus a week. We're both hourly pay, so we do get overtime if we work over our 40 hours. So generally there's not like a huge discrepancy paycheck to paycheck, but there is a little bit of a variance there. So if we add these together, we let's see, 29, 42, and 46, 22.85 and 58 is income. We're looking at $5,228.04, and I don't mess with the cents outside of the income here, you guys. I do put it in the actual just for the difference, but when I'm budgeting, I always round up to the nearest dollar, so I don't mess with cents here. So let's switch to the blue one. And so we're going to budget half our mortgage. So we split our mortgage up into two, you know, half per payday each month, and then make the payment with the last paycheck at the end of the month for the following month. So we're saving up for June's payment now is what we're doing. So $11.35 for that. We had our quarterly trash bill that was due today. Thankfully, I found it like on a stack of bills on my desk this morning, and I was like, oh no, today's the last day to pay that without having like a $5 fee or whatever. So I budget $63, but it came out at $62.78, and I already took care of that and paid that. We have our internet bill, which is $60, and I did pay that due today at $60. And I logged in there and had a message that my internet's going up again. Our internet used to be $50, and then it jumped up to $60. Now it's going to be $65. So I'm going to keep an eye on that because we do have a new internet service provider in our area. We've been really limited to 2 choices, but now there's a 3rd. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. If it starts creeping up too high, we might switch to a different servicer now that we have a few more options. And I honestly thought I had like a lifetime locked in rate. So I'm not sure why that's adjusting. I probably need to call them. But nonetheless, $60 this month, but probably going up next month. My husband has a Kindle, and his Kindle subscription for some reason hit our Amazon card, which is paid off. And so I needed to go ahead and take care of that. I budgeted $13 and it was $12.24. So I paid that today. We set aside half of our truck payment last payday, you guys remember, because our bills were a little top heavy this time compared to last time. So we're going to bring in the second half of our truck payment, and I already made the full payment. So I just moved the half we saved last time from savings into my checking, and then went ahead and paid it. We have taxes that are still due. We're going to budget $50 there, and they're due on the 5th. We have our natural gas bill, which is $74 this month. Our debt snowball of $150. So we paid off a personal loan in January, you guys. That minimum payment was $150. So I keep my debt snowball up here in the fixed expenses. It's just a mental thing for me. Rather than putting it here, I keep it in my bills, and that just tricks me into thinking I still have that bill, so that the debt snowball goes where it needs to go, and I'm not tempted to use it elsewhere for spending, that sort of thing. Our electric bill came in at $200 this month. You guys, I just know my summer bill is gonna kick my butt this year because, oh my gosh, I was just doing dishes today and like had to crank up the air a little bit. I got so hot. So I have a feeling it's gonna be a hot one, but $200 for this month. We have our home water bill, which is $111 this month. That's going to start creeping up because we're watering grass again. So probably next month we'll see a big hike in that. We have our City 2 payment at $115. We owe our car insurance this paycheck at $586. You guys, this cover, if you're new here, this covers 4 vehicles, all relatively new, and 5 drivers. So there's a bunch of us on there. And then we have an Apple Music subscription at $19. That's also going to come out. You'll see I noted a little A here. That just tells me that that's an automatic payment. I don't have to worry about paying that. So let's add up all the expenses we have. Oh no, try again. All right, you guys, so we're looking at $3,101, so $3,101 for our fixed expenses this paycheck. We're gonna take that amount from our income of $5,228. That's gonna leave us with $2,127. Let's go ahead and bring that down here to our variable expenses, which are our cash envelopes. No changes here, you guys. $300 into groceries, $150 into Costco, $150 for gas for my husband and I, $40 into House and Beauty and miscellaneous, $360 into our spending, $100 into takeout. I went to get water yesterday and there was another price hike, a very big one in my opinion. I was setting aside $38 and now I'm gonna need to set aside $42. So almost $5, you guys, it went up. And then pets is getting $35. If you're new here, we're a family of 6, but we're a household of 5. My oldest son lives on his own. So it's my husband and I and our 3 daughters. Our youngest is gonna be 8, and then we have an adult and a teenage daughter. So, you know, pretty much like 4 adults essentially when it comes to like food anyways. The water is not for home water, it's drinking water where we fill our 5 gallons. So let's add these all up and we'll see how much we need for our variable expenses. Okay, we're looking at $1,217 for our family for the next 2 weeks. And if we take that from the $21.27, that's gonna leave us with $910. We're gonna bring the $910 up to the top here for sinking funds. And let's break these down. So we put $33 to our month ahead. We're trying to increase our emergency fund by $1,000 this year. So in order to do that, we need to set aside $40 per paycheck. Christmas is going to get 100. Our savings challenges are going to get 200. 300 into our debt binder. I'm going to set aside $50 for my minis savings challenges. I normally use side hustle money for this, you guys, but I'm going to budget it this time because I am using the side hustle income for something else right now. And then I'm also going to budget $50 for our sinking fund. Specifically, this is going to go to my husband's sinking fund. I'm trying to build this up for him. There's a purchase he's hoping to make by June. I'm not sure if we're going to get there, but we're going to try real hard. And since we had some extra money this time, we threw that there. So let's add these all up. All right, that gives us $773. And if we take that from the $910 we had, that leaves us with $137. Now, normally I don't use this extra debt section too often. On a rare occasion when the income is a little bit higher than we expect, I will. But primarily, my debt snowball comes from the actual debt snowball here, and then I try to throw $300 towards our debt binder every paycheck. So let's bring down the $137, and we are going to pay an extra $100 to our Discover card, which is going to leave us with $37. We're going to bring that to the bottom for extra savings, and that $37 is going to go into our checking buffer. And that then gets us to $0, making it a zero-based budget, which is right where we want to be, you guys. All right, so that is the plan for our paycheck this time around. Let's go ahead and jump in, and we'll cash stuff our variable envelopes while we're here. So I'm gonna do some switching around, and I'll come back and we'll be set up a little bit different. Okay, friends, we're back. So we've got, should be $967 that we're gonna go ahead and stuff today. So let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 550, 570, 590, 610, 30, 50, 70, 90, 710, 730, 50, 70, 90, 810, 830, 850, 70, 90, 910, 930, 940, 50, 60, 65, whoop, 66, 67. So let me shift these back one here, you guys. Okay, so 967. Let's bring this guy over. Okay, first we're gonna stuff our groceries. It's gonna get $300. So 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83. And I do desperately need to go to the grocery store. I cleaned out the fridge today, got all the leftovers cleared out of there, so it's ready for a grocery shop. That's my biggest thing. I don't really care to grocery shop as it is, but I really will not go if I have like a messy pantry and fridge and I'm trying to cram food in there. So I got it cleaned out, so I'm ready. So I should be, you know, ready to go tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna stuff 150 into Costco. I never did my Costco shop last month, you guys, but we are definitely ready now. So, you know, it worked out okay. I think we're gonna try to go tonight. We're just gonna have a little bit extra to spend for Costco. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 354, 450, which is great because since I'm about 2 weeks off, you know, from my usual Costco shop time, we're probably gonna need a few extra things compared to usual. Okay, House and Beauty is gonna get 40. So there's that. Miscellaneous also gonna get 40. So 20, 30, I think I did 2 tens, so 40. Let me actually get into the envelope. Okay, next up we have our spending. So it's gonna get 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60. So 360 into this one. Oh, you guys, we're getting so close to the end of the school year, which is super exciting. Okay, let's see. Water now needs 42. So how did I do this? Okay, so I did 2 20s and 2 1s. So 20, 40, 1, 2, $42. I saw my neighbors actually getting water dropped off at their house today. I would love that, and then I wouldn't have to go pick it up. So maybe I'll look into them. And then Pets is gonna get the last 35, my friends. So there's 5, 15, and 35. So Pets now has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 105. Awesome. Okie dokie. All right, you guys, that is our cash envelopes all stuffed for the next 2 weeks. You could see I had $0 again left over for rollover, you guys. In fact, we ate into the buffer again. I just don't know what's going on with us, or if it's just the cost of things. I know gas is up again here. Food prices are crazy expensive. Takeout food especially is crazy expensive right now. It's just wild out there. But you know, we're trying to make every dollar stretch, doing the best we can. We could probably rein in some spending a little bit, something that we should probably try to work on this payday. We'll see how it goes. But nonetheless, we're ready. And it's the weekend, you guys. I'm so excited. Friday couldn't come quick enough this week for whatever reason. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll plan to see you back. I might have a surprise pop-up video tomorrow. I'm not too sure yet, but if not, we'll definitely be back Sunday for a savings challenge video. So stay tuned for that. If you like this video, you guys, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to stick around, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.